All right, guys, so new parts came in really quickly. Just switched out the front lip of my car. As you guys can see right there, it's all broken in half, literally broken in half. I can pull it away. Broken. That was a $450 lip. And then right here we have the inner wheel housing for the wheel liners, so passenger and driver. So you guys can see this chewed it up, so I'm going to be replacing that. I'm going to be installing the lip right now. I'm sorry if I'm like jittery, but I'm trying to move as quick as I can. I don't have much sunlight, daylight, whatever. And then I'm also going to be putting this back. This was out of the car for a while, so I'm going to be pretty much putting everything back to stock, how it's supposed to be, because I don't like having it like all Mickey Mouse and stuff. So this is what she looks like right now. I'm not going to do an installation, like go step by step. It's pretty easy. If you guys have any questions, just comment down below and I'll answer them. But it's pretty straightforward. All these holes that you see here, there's going to be screws that are going to be going to the lip. And then the wheel housing is being held up by like plastic rivets. Or you guys know what I'm talking about. The reason why I never installed that is because I never had the hardware, but I actually bought it right here. So yeah, pretty much everything's going to be back to stock. So I'm super excited because I am tired of driving this car with a broken lip and it pretty much not stock. Like that's fucked up. The bottom doesn't even have that. So let's get to it and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I install each piece. All right, so picking this up about 2 hours later. Huge problem that I came across. So the lip that I pretty much bought and intended to put on the car, I totally forgot. It's been so many years, but I totally forgot that this is a performance pack lip and it wouldn't work. Pretty much it doesn't have the holes like this one does. You see this one? This is the stock one. This is the one that came with the car. I didn't want to put this lip on there just because it's super ugly. It's like so small, but I had no choice because I pretty much purchased, you know, the fender liners and the hardware for this to put it on. And it's either I put that performance pack lip back on the car or I install it on the car, and that means I don't put this on, or the fender liners, because the fender liners obviously have to hook onto I believe somewhere around here to the belly pan. So it was two options: either put my ugly stock bumper, the one that came with the car, back on, the super tiny one, and then be able to put the belly pan and the two fender liners, or stick with the performance pack lip, no belly pan, no fender liners. So I said F it, whatever. I'll put the stock one back on. It is what it is. It's going to look really ugly, but I'm probably going to have it like that for maybe a couple weeks until I return that, get $200 for that. Plus, it's super flimsy plastic. Like, I had it on there like halfway. Like, I was almost done putting it, installing it. And I noticed that this is like really shitty plastic. I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Icon Motorsports is, but it's like that soft, durable Duraflex plastic, the one that you can bend. And if I'm paying $200, I don't want to have material or a lip like that. So, you know, this is really durable plastic. Obviously, this is the original one from Ford. So this, you can't even compare this to that. That is just trash. I'm going to return that, get my $200, use that towards a new Cervini's C-Chin spoiler lip, or front chin spoiler. That's about $500. I'll use a $200 towards that. And I'll rock it like this for a while, just until I can get that lip over there. I got to save up some money to get it. So anyways, while off camera, I was pretty much stressing and going through it. But anyways, I got the belly pan all installed. I got the original lip installed. Took me a while because it's been a really long time since I did this, so I pretty much forgot how to install this. But nonetheless, I got it on there, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back on. And then from there, we're going to work on the fender liners. So first thing on the agenda is take off these wheels. So I need a 21 millimeter because these are Gorilla nuts. I can't really see them, but they got a special key that goes to it. Let me show you guys really quickly. And it takes a 21 bolt. So this is the lug nut. It's a 6 spline. So I got that. And then I got my 21 right here. So pretty much just goes into there. Hook it on there. Loosen up the wheels. Get this fender liner out. It's currently 9 p.m. I'm trying to hurry up and get this done. Forgot to mention this, but I picked this up last week. Definitely recommend getting you one of these. This is a Milwaukee Fuel brushless, so it's pretty much just like wireless. And it's meant to take off all these bolts. If I didn't have this, it'd probably be like 10 or 11 p.m. right now, because this just makes everything so much easier. So definitely recommend this. I picked this up for like $230, but it came with a 5.0 battery and a 2.5 battery. So just look at the deals. One thing I do want to make sure is my brother is a huge fan of Milwaukee, and he recommended me to look for Fuel, which is like might be like the heavy duty of it. But yeah, definitely recommend looking for the one that says Fuel, not just Milwaukee. Look for the one that says Fuel. So yeah, this is a huge upgrade. I picked this up, and then I picked up something else. I forgot what it was. Oh, I know you guys already seen it, but I picked up my low profile jack. This has made my life so much easier. But anyways, I have a huge mess. Let's get this over with, and let's get straight to taking off the wheel. All right, y'all, really quickly, like I said, I'm not gonna do like a step-by-step video just because, you know, I'm running out of time. I don't really have time to do a step-by-step video, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys really quickly that this is my first time ever taking off a fender liner. I'm pretty sure it's like super basic. From the looks of it, obviously this is all chewed out, but you're gonna have to take off this. I'm sure there's one. Oh, that's not it. Oh, well, there was one here. One right here. Obviously the 3 here, but I took them off already. And one over here. And then that should take off the fender liner. Looks pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this really quickly. And if there's anything else that I'm missing, I'll let you guys know. But looks pretty straightforward. So let's get to it. All right, really quickly. If this is your first time taking off a fender liner on a 2015 Ford Mustang, could be a GT, could be a EcoBoost V6, whatever, doesn't matter. So yeah, went ahead and took off all the bolts. As you guys can see, they're all right here. Like I showed you guys earlier, all the bolts were there, and then I guess there was, not the bolts, sorry, the push-ins, the fasteners. And then as I was already done, it didn't want to come out. I guess there's one right there. I already took it off. But as you guys can see, that is going to be located. You can't really see it from here. So this is like, if you're looking at the front, that fastener is going to be all the way inside to your far right. So it's going to be right there, right where that hole is at. So don't forget to take that off. That's going to be the last one to take off. So should just come out right now. Oh, fuck, I'm so tired, guys. Sorry. Let's put this back into my keys. There you go. Should just come out like so. Bada bang, bada boom. Just like that. So this is the old one. We're going to put it next to the old pile of ripped, torn shit. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the new one real quick. I need both of my hands for this, so give me 1 second as I take out the brand new one and put it on there. So here it is, really quickly. This is the brand new one. Just going to double check that it's for the driver's side. Ford front fender splash shield, driver's side, 15 to 17 Mustang. And another thing that's really cool about this, where is it at? It's so flimsy though. It is a original Ford part. So if you guys want to take that down really quick, original Ford part. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap it on there. Like I said, it's not gonna be a step-by-step, but it's really easy. All you need to do is find the push pins, put them in the exact positions, and that's it. So let me go ahead and put this on. That way we can go to sleep soon. So I still got a shower, so let's get to it. All right, all done. So I got all the fasteners on there. So mainly right there, one up here, and I got 3 right here, 1, 2, 3, and then the other one that I told you guys about, the one that's all the way over there. You can see it right there up against the metal, the white metal. Yeah, so this one's all ready to go. It's a little flimsy because it still needs to be connected to the bumper, but as you guys can tell, it's all ready to go. Let's push this in. Actually, you see this? It needs to go inside the metal. You got to add a little bit more muscle on here because this thing is really hard to put back on. So you guys can see it's nice and tucked inside the metal. Oh, I forgot to put one right there. It's a good thing I checked. All right, so let me put one right there. See if it works. I bought this this kit from Amazon for like $9, and it comes with like 600 pieces. So it's kind of like Mickey Mouse stuff, but it works. It holds on. It holds on there pretty good. So I mean, for $9, you get 600 of these pieces. I mean, again, these don't have to be original. As long as you feel that it's nice and snug, it's not going to go anywhere. That's perfect. I mean, the only thing that should be original are the bolts. Bolts should be always original. Fasteners, they're just plastic fasteners, so it doesn't really matter. Whew, I am tired, guys. I've been going at it since like 7 p.m. Almost done though. So I got this side all done. So let's go ahead and put the wheel back on, put this down, and then let's work on the other side. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Get all of our stuff out of the way. Put that right there. Put this back in place. It's been a huge headache, but I cannot wait until I'm done. I want to give it another like hour until I'm done because I still need to put the bumper back in place. But so far so good. So let's go ahead and move all this out of the way. Make sure you guys purchase some of these. I mean, if you guys were to purchase this on Amazon, it's like $9. Comes with like 400 to 600 pieces. It comes with this, so that's pretty cool. So that's another thing why I got it. $10, and you get the hardware to take off the fasteners. Dude, that's a steal. Let's go ahead and put this wheel back on really quick. Ready to call it a night. I'm gonna take some melatonin and go to sleep. I know this is not how you put a tire back on. You gotta sit down and put it, but this one works for me. It doesn't really hurt my back, so it is what it is. So make sure when you put the wheel back on, make sure you have it nice and leveled, and then put your foot there and your hand above so that you can close the gap so it's not like loose or you don't have a gap. So there's that. See, not going anywhere. Just put one down, and then when you go to tighten this, star pattern. So start here and then tighten over here and then over here and then over here and then over here. You don't want to go like this. You don't want to go counterclockwise or clockwise. You always want to do a star pattern. But anyways, got the wheel back on. Gonna set it down nice and gently. Then I'm gonna have to tighten it down. So just gonna set it nice and gentle. Okay, it's not touching the ground. What you want to do is just like make sure you can get this as tight as possible with your hand, because you don't want them to be loose when you put the actual wheel all the way down. Make sure you can tighten this. See, like that's pretty loose. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Look at this low profile jack. Goes in smooth, comes out smooth. Totally worth the money. Holy crap. All right, boys. Got the passenger side wheel out. Now I gotta just take out the housing of the wheel liner. By the way, sponsored by Poppy. Strawberry lemonade. So good. It's a, what is it? A prebiotic? Yep. Prebiotic soda. So delicious. And it's so good for you. Just kidding. I'm not sponsored by Poppy. But Poppy, if you're watching this, please, please, please sponsor me. I swear I drink these damn near every day. Oh, it's freezing cold, brother. Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's get back to it. Really quick, it's missing the 3 bolts here. 1, 2, 3. Took those off, so it's got one right here. This one's actually got this one. Another one up here. Missing that one. That one is just plastic. Another one right there. Another one right there. And of course, the one back there, like I told you guys. And this is all chewed out. All right, if I did this correctly, I should be able to pull it out. No problem. Brother, come on. Too easy. Look at this dirty ass fender liner. Holy crap. Add it to the stockpile of garbage. All right, so the new one's in here, so let's prop it open. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Seems like they already tried to open this. Oh, baby. Imagine they sent me another driver one. I'd be freaking pissed. Imagine they send me a driver one. Let's hope this is a passenger side. Where's the tag at? I need to make sure this is a passenger side. Kansas. Where's the... Huh? Where's the other tag comes with? All right, well, let's see this stamp from Ford. Says guard protector. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hope they didn't send me a driver's side. Oh my god. Where's the sticker where it says the passenger side? Moment of truth. Okay, it is. Oh my god. Thank the Lord. Imagine they sent me another driver and I just took that passenger one out. Jesus Christ. But if you guys are ever wondering what the inside of a fender liner looks like behind it, this is what it looks like. This is like my first time ever seeing this. It actually looks pretty dope. But it is what it is. I already bought the fender liner. That actually looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. All right, anyways, we're gonna put this on really quickly and I'll get back to you guys. All right, boys, new fender liner is in. Look at that. Look at how good that looks. Brand new from the factory Ford fender liner. Again, don't forget to tuck it in here throughout the metal. I got the new fasteners in there. Put new fastener here, here, another one here, there, and then there. And then the only one I'm missing is back there. So I'm gonna do that off camera really quick. And so we are pretty much ready to slap on the front bumper. This is what it's looking like from here. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. Just gonna briefly summarize what happened yesterday. I ended up finishing closer to 12 in the morning. As soon as I was done, I closed the garage, I swept the floor, I headed upstairs and I took a shower and went to sleep. So what I ended up doing was I put my stock lip, the one that came with the car when I purchased it, so the base model lip, because that's the only thing that's compatible with the belly pan. I totally forgot as I was installing the performance pack lip that isn't compatible with installing the belly pan. It doesn't have the holes that it requires. So I also installed the two fender liners, the driver and the passenger. Yeah, pretty much everything is back to stock. I'm gonna have to return that performance pack lip that I bought from Icon Motorsports. It's really shitty quality. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's really bad quality. The holes don't line up. Like I read reviews that they were saying that the holes don't line up. Some people were saying that their holes lined up, and it was just like 50-50. So I was like, I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I ordered it. Quality is bad. The holes don't line up. The finish on the lip itself is horrible. It's just like Duraflex, like some plastic that you could just buy and make yourself. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta go inside. I gotta get ready for work. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.